Okay, so I just wanted to spend a few minutes, maybe a little bit more than a few minutes, and throw in my 2 cents about the whole Marvel sizzle reel. Welcome back to the movie 3 minute trailer that they showed the other day. I didn't even know about it. Like, that came out of nowhere. Like, I don't think anybody knew. They were just like, surprise, fans, look what we got for you. Like, I slipped in late. It was my day off, and my phone started blowing up. And everybody was just like, how are you not talking about this on Facebook? How are you not doing a video? And I'm like, what's going on? And one of my friends posted a video of the YouTube link to the 3 minute trailer, and oh my god, let me tell you, it was 3 minutes of pure golden nugget goodness, crap my pants, holy shit, comic book gasm gold. It was just like, oh my god, like, wow, I did not expect that. Like, Kevin Feige, the Lord Savior of the MCU. Oh my god. And then just the beginning of that with Stan Lee talking. I mean, if anybody is a comic book sweaty like me, the comic book nerd, oh my god, that would bring tears to your eyes. It was fucking amazing. Um I just was like, oh my god. And I don't mean to cuss, but I just, oh my gosh, it was so good. It was so good to hear Stan Lee talking, and I miss that man so much. I just can't believe he's gone. Like, I still think about him all the time. Like, it's really sad. And it was crazy. Like, we got like the first look at the Eternals. We got the first title of Black Panther. We got the title card for Marvels, which at first I was like, Marvels, what is that? And then one of my friends said, oh, that's Captain Marvel 2. And I was like, oh yeah, shit. Captain Marvel and Monica Rambeau and fucking Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan. I was like, oh my god. Like, when it was like, oh my god, I was like, oh my god, it was like a kid in the store. Like, you got $30 and your mom's like, go and buy all the candy you want. It was like pure goodness. It was just like, oh my god, look at that. Look at Black Panther. It's SpiderMan and Eternals. And I'm like, oh my god, no way. And all the release dates. And it was just like, oh my god, ShangChi. Oh, Black Widow. It was just so good. It was just so good. And it's crazy to think, like, the last Marvel movie, and if I'm not mistaken, the last Marvel movie was Spider-Man Far From Home. I think that was the last. No, New Mutants don't count. Like, yes, it's Marvel, but like MCU. And if I'm not mistaken, I really think before the pandemic hit, it was Spider-Man Far From Home. And then that just seems like it was ages ago. So I just wanted to go through each movie that they showed and kind of give you my 10 cents on the title card and what I think about, how excited I am. So obviously, Black Widow is officially coming out July 9th, 2021. Like, it was supposed to come out May. Wasn't it supposed to come out earlier before that? I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, I was like, oh my god, this thing has really happened. And then you're going to get people that's like, do we really need a Black Widow movie? I mean, she's kind of a lame character. And I'm like, dude, it's a Marvel movie. Like, oh my god, a Marvel movie is going to be back on the big screen, an MCU movie. And I tell you what, when that fanfare Marvel hits the screen, I am going to be like, woo, woo, yeah! Like, oh my god, I'm so glad to be back at the movies, and that fucking Marvel fanfare is coming on. Oh my gosh, like, oh, like, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait. Even though, like, some of it, like, Taskmaster, like, oh my god, where is it? Where's my comic? There it is. Here's my comic. My comic, first appearance, Avengers 196 of Taskmaster. I don't know if you can see with the glare, but there you go. There's Taskmaster. I don't know what that shit that they're using in Black Widow. That's like, you know, a Taskmaster from Wish. Like, it's like, this is not what I ordered. Like, I hate the look. Like, they fucked up his look. Like, they fucked up his look. And I'm so pissed off about that. Like, you really can go with the skull face and been more comic book accurate. I'm like, other than that, I'm still excited for Black Widow. Like, David Harbour, Red Guardian. Oh my God. He's going to be like the best part of this movie. And it's going to be so sad in tears because it's like seeing Black Widow again. And after the stuff that's happened, you know, with her dying in Endgame, it's going to be nice to see her back on the big screen. And one of my coworkers was saying, threw this out there, is like, what if the Black Widow movie was like, all took place in the Soul Stone and somehow they brought her back, which I don't know. It could happen. Like, they could find a way to bring Black Widow back. If Scarlett Johansson be like, yeah, you got to find a way for me to come back because I want to do more Black Widow Marvel movies. I don't know. It's like so many questions with that movie. And with Taskmaster, I think Taskmaster is either going to be her sister or it's going to be Rachel Weisz's character, her mom. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I could be totally wrong. It could be some random dude. You know, it'd be awesome to see the Red Room. So this actually takes place like after Civil War, but before Infinity War. So that would be awesome if Steve Rogers, if like Chris Evans came back and it actually like led up to the part in Infinity War where Proxima Midnight and Corvus Glaive was fighting and Vision and Scarlet Witch, and then you saw Captain America you know, they're on the other side. Like, that would be awesome. That'd be awesome if he like filmed that. That would be like a huge surprise. But I don't know, like, honestly, it's going to be really interesting. You know, I think I can cringe through it when Taskmaster is on screen, but that just really fucking bothers me like so much. And like, what is the after credit scene or scenes is going to be? Like, I don't know. So many questions, but I'm so excited for July. And then September 3rd, 2021, we get ShangChi. Now, going into ShangChi, I love Kung Fu movies. Like, I grew up with Kung Fu. Bruce Lee. Oh my God. God rest his soul. One of the best martial artists ever of all time. So, as you know, I'm a comic book reader, collector. And I've never really read any Shang-Chi. All I know is he's in the same universe as Iron Fist. And the Iron Fist run that I did read, not recently, but I think last year it's when the Iron Fist series concluded. That series, Shang-Chi, or no, was it Shang? It was not Shang-Chi. It was, not an Iron Fist. I'm sorry. It was Domino. It was in the Domino comic book series Shang-Chi was in, which is kind of weird. I was like, why is he cameo in the Domino from Deadpool? But anyway, I'm hoping when I watch Shang-Chi, like, there's some really cool, like, nods at Kung Lun or some Iron Fist tease. And I'm like, I'm not saying, like, I'm just throwing this out the left field, but what if, like, Finn Jones' Iron Fist, like, was, like, an after credit scene? You know how crazy, like, that theater would get? I mean, for me, I would get crazy, because I thought Finn Jones did a really good job. You know, he got a lot of hate, but I thought it was decent. Like, I thought season 1 was decent. Season 2, I thought was so much better. Like, I love season 2 of Iron Fist. And I'm just like, not to trail off, but speaking of Iron Fist, it was like, I could see maybe that character being replaced or recast, but someone like, Oh, you know what? I'll actually get to that when I get to Spider-Man. So anyway, yeah, I'm hoping there's some really cool, like maybe some teases to Iron Fist. And I love Aquafina, and Aquafina's in this. And yeah, I'm so excited for Shang-Chi. Like, I think it'll be a really awesome movie. So the Eternals is coming out also this year, November 5th, which actually was supposed to be last November, because it was supposed to be shit. It was supposed to be, what was it? It was supposed to be, it was supposed to be Black Widow. Wasn't Black Widow supposed to be November last year? Because I think it was supposed to be Eternals. No, it was supposed to, I think it was supposed to be Black Widow and then Eternals, I think. Maybe I'm totally wrong. But there was another Marvel movie. Maybe it was Venom. I can't remember. No, Venom was back in, I think, October. I don't know. But there was like 2 Marvel movies supposed to be last November, and one of them was supposed to be Eternals. Now, just like with Shang-Chi, I'm not really familiar with the Eternals. So going into Shang-Chi and going into Eternals, it's like me going into Guardians of the Galaxy, which I really didn't know the backstory of Guardians of the Galaxy, but I knew of Rocket. And the only thing I know is Thanos was part of a Celestial, or he was in the Eternals, and the Eternals kicked him out because, you know, his vision and his ways was just way too dangerous. So they kicked him out. So, like, if we go, like, that'd be awesome if we saw, like, a young Thanos in this and show, like, you know, the Eternals kick him out, or if, like, they just kind of spoke to him in, like, third person or something. But Kevin Feige's coming out and saying, like, you know, Chloe Zhao's, like, directing this, the same director who did Nomadland and who won Best Director in that movie. I think won Best Movie. So yeah, like, there's already rumors saying this could be the one. Could Eternals win Movie of the Year? Could it clean up like it's like Lord of the Rings or Titanic? Like this could be the movie that finally wins the very first comic book movie of the year. It'd be awesome. I would love to see it. And I just don't understand why comic book movies don't get more recognition. You know, they're great movies. Not all of them, but there is some great comic book movies like Black Panther. You know, love or hate it, I thought it was fantastic. Like, that movie came out at the perfect time, made its money. We needed a character like Black Panther. Even when Black Panther came out, in the 60s, like, it was a hot selling comic, you know? And I loved it. I wish it would have won Movie of the Year, because I thought it was a perfect movie at a perfect time. And Chadwick Boseman was just so damn good in that. And everybody else, it was just so good. But I don't know, like, I'm excited for the Eternals. So, we got to see some first shots of Angelina Jolie as her character. And I don't know the character's names offhand, but her sword looks pretty badass. And obviously, you know, we should probably get there might be a trailer, because it's done. It's in the can. It's all done. So there might be a Eternals trailer teaser on Black Widow. I can only hope, you know? So, but yeah, but I honestly, like, I'll go on a limb and I'll say, like, over 75% we're going to get a Eternals trailer on Black Widow. I think it's a perfect time. Welcome everybody back into the theater to watch a Marvel movie. You throw the Eternals on that. So yeah, I'm definitely excited. And we are not done. We've got Spider-Man December 17th, which was originally supposed to be July. That means if it was originally kept its date, that means we would have had Spider-Man in 2 months. I'm like, oh my God, this one intrigues me the most out of all of them. And I was watching John Campea and Robert Meyer Brunette talk about all this and stuff and everything. And I'm in the same boat. Like with all the movies they announce, like it could change every day, like which one I'm more excited for. Like right now I have to say Spider-Man. Like Thor Love and Thunder is like number 2. Number 3, Doctor Strange is like number 3 for me. It's like it could switch. Like tomorrow I could be like, no, I'm more excited for Doctor Strange. And then you ask me on Saturday and I'm like, no, like Thor Love and Thunder is like my most excited just because just how Ragnarok was with Taika, like, and like Lady Thor's coming. I'm a big Lady Thor fan, so I'm like, oh my God. But right now I have to say, just because with all the potential that Spider-Man and all these cameos, even though some of them I kind of like, but like, I honestly feel like J. Jonah Jameson has to have a bigger role. Like they've got to have the Daily Bugle in this. They finally got to do it. It's the 3rd movie. They teased him at the end of Far From Home. You have to do something with J. Jonah Jameson. You have to have him as a reporter, photographer, Peter Parker. Alfred Molina's coming back as Doc Ock, which if you watched my podcast before on YouTube, I might have spoke about this, but I hate Doc Ock. Like I think Doc Ock is a dumb villain. I've never been a Doc Ock fan. Even though I'll give him a little bit credit. Doc Ock was pretty awesome in the Spider-Man game. Like I thought Doc Ock was really cool in that. So, but I don't know. Maybe if I see Doc Ock in the Spider-Man, what's it called again? I forget the name of it. No Way Home. I think it's called No Way Home. Like, I don't know. Jamie Foxx's Electro's coming back. The blue bubblegum light bulb. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, that's not Electro. Give me the lightning bolt Electro. I'm old school. Give me that. I know it looked crazy and weird, but I'd rather have that and then some alternate version of Jamie Foxx. I'm like, oh my God, no. Now there's been rumors of like, has William Dafoe been spotted on set? There's all these rumors that Charlie Cox maybe, did some filming, for Spider-Man. I don't know. Like, honestly, if he needs a lawyer and then like Charlie Cox pops in, opens the door, I will shit my pants like 9 times and run out of the theater screaming like a little girl. Like, oh my God. Like Kevin Feige's got to realize some characters were perfect and you can't recast them. Charlie Cox as Daredevil, Christian Ritter as Jessica Jones, John Bernthal as the Punisher. You could even make a case for Mike Coulter as Luke Cage. I thought he was great. Even Finn Jones. I like Finn Jones. But I just feel like they've got to do something with these characters and don't recast, don't reboot Daredevil, don't reboot Jessica Jones, don't reboot Punisher. You have these awesome actors who made these shows amazing. Like, oh my God, like Tobey Maguire coming back. And I'm not going to go run into the whole schmeal about Spider-Man. Like, I'm going to do a thought video, try to remember, or do one tomorrow about my thoughts on the past Spider-Mans. Because I'll probably forget and not do it in December. But Tobey Maguire's rumored coming back. Andrew Garfield's been denying that he's not in No Way Home. So it's just like, yeah, do you remember Ewan McGregor for a whole year denying that, Obi-Wan series is happening or he's coming back? And look what happened with that. Is he pulling a 180 also? Like he's denying it, but then Andrew Garfield is coming back, which I really don't care because I don't like the skater Andrew Garfield. Like Tom Holland is the best Spider-Man we got. And then like Tobey Maguire, I just feel like his humor wasn't there. The suit looked awesome. His personality wasn't that great. He didn't have the humor. And then he kept whining about Mary Jane. I swear to God, every time he whined about Mary Jane, you take a shot, you'd be dead within the first like 30 minutes of the movie. But anyway, Spider-Man, what else? This opens up everything. Like, because WandaVision's tied in with Spider-Man, and so is Doctor Strange. Like, they're opening up the multiverse, and of course you're opening the multiverse because you're having Doc Ock return, possibly Green Goblin. Who else is coming back? Both Spider-Mans. It's going to be crazy. Like, it's going to be insane, Spider-Man. Like, it's my number one. Like, out of everything out of this, I'm so excited for this. Just of the potential cameos and the repercussions that this movie is going to bring. Like, like, who knows? Like, Craven could show up. Who knows? I don't know, but it's going to be awesome. Like, I cannot wait for freaking Spider-Man. I don't know if I said this before a few minutes, but the Spider-Man suit, Tobey Maguire, like, suits were great. Then you're moving into 2022, Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, which this one I have to maybe put number 2, because just with Spider-Man, it's going to be insane. Like, it's opening up the multiverse. Like, it's going to be insane. Like, it's going to be like the first Marvel horror movie. And like Wanda, like, what's the ramifications of like WandaVision and the multiverse with Doctor Strange? Like, I honestly feel like a lot of people, and you might agree or maybe not agree or do something. I don't think maybe do a flashback. I don't know. Probably a flashback, you know, so people would know that this is tied in with WandaVision. And then you're going to probably have the non-Marvel comic book, not comic book reader, but probably the person who doesn't have Disney Plus and be like, wait, I'm confused. What's WandaVision? What is that? But I feel like you have to do a kind of a flashback so people be like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like, WandaVision's tied in with the multiverse of madness, Doctor Strange 2. What? My mind is blown. Poop my pants. It's like, oh my God, like it's going to be insane. So honestly, I honestly would put Doctor Strange like number 2, because just it opens up so much door to the craziness. It's like, are we going to get Miles Morales? Like, what's going to happen? Like, what is going to happen with this movie? And then you get Thor Love and Thunder, May 26, 2022, which Taika, oh my God. Like, if you put Thor Ragnarok as like the best Marvel movie of all time, I wouldn't hate you for it. I wouldn't hate you. Like, I wouldn't be mad. Like, Natalie Portman's coming back. She's getting like super buff. I've seen some pictures online that surface like her working out. Man, she has got some guns, man. I'm not talking about these guns. I'm talking about these guns. Like, she's getting built for Lady Thor. And I love Lady Thor. I love Lady Thor from like the A-Force comics where she cameoed the Kelly Thompson run. Also Dazzler, like in the Dazzler comic, Nico, Medusa, Singularity, like, I'm excited for this. And Taika coming back, like Ragnarok. Oh my God. It was such a fun, amazing movie. And I'm going to eventually, going to go back and watch the Marvel movies, like, you know, back to back, not back to back, maybe once a night or something. Except for Iron Man 3. We just don't talk about Iron Man 3. Like, I did not like Iron Man 3 at all. But yeah, like, I want to go back and watch those. Like, the Thor movies, like, Dark World gets a lot of hate, but, you know, when I watched it before Endgame, I'm like, it's not bad. I mean, it's not, you know, the best Marvel movie, but I'm like, the ending, like, Darcy's in it. Darcy's hot. Like, like Darcy, and like the it's just, I don't know, it's a cool movie. In the first Thor, like, I love all the Thor movies. Like, I have no problem with those movies. Like, it's just amazing me, like, how that one gets a lot of hate, and Iron Man 2, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, maybe you hate Iron Man 2 because Justin Hammer was really annoying, but I agree with a lot of my friends was like, yeah, he was supposed to be that way. But, like, Whiplash, I mean, he was kind of like, but I thought he was a cool character, and I had a lot more action. Like, War Machine's in it. If you're not a War Machine fan, maybe I can see why you didn't like Iron Man 2, but it had that park scene, it had the race scene, it had more action. I'm like, dude, like, it was funny as hell. Like, it was great. Like, the whole party scene, his birthday, like, that's a funny ass scene. Like, how do you not like Iron Man 2? I don't understand it. I swear, I'm gonna do a separate video why I can't understand why people do not like Iron Man 2. But anyway, like, Taika coming back, oh my god, this is gonna be fantastic. And then you also have, which I forgot to do the release date, but Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which I feel like it's an amazing title, which is coming out in 2022. And like I said, I'm sorry, I totally forgot to write the date down. But it's like, okay, Kevin Feige said they're not going to recast T'Challa, which is good. Like, I think you can't have somebody else step in to Chadwick Boseman's character for Black Panther. It was such a beautiful movie. Like, the score, oh, I can't think of his name. Oh God, no! Hold on a second. Alexa, who did the score for The Mandalorian?
The Mandalorian Legacy's musical composer is Aaron M. Johnson.
No, that's not it. That's not it. Alexa, who did the music score for Black Panther?
Black Panther's musical composer is Ludwig Göransson.
Oh, I'm so, take my nerd card away. Ludwig Göransson. It's Göransson. But he did the score for Black Panther, and it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. The one reason why I just want a record player to get that vinyl. Like, I can't find the score CD, but God, I want that on vinyl so bad. That's what I want for Christmas this year. I want a freaking fucking record player. I wanted one last year so I can buy the Marvel scores on vinyl. And I'm a big fan of Shuri. Like, I love her character, and I feel like she should step in the shoes of the Black Panther, if anybody. I don't think M'Baku should. But I think if anybody's going to take up the mantle is going to be like Shuri. I think Shuri should be the perfect person to be the new Black Panther. I don't know how. That boggles my mind. Like, how are they going to explain that T'Challa's gone? Like, are they going to say that he died in some battle or something? Like, I don't understand. Are they going to have... I think they should have some type of funeral or something in Black Panther. I just don't understand. I don't know how they're going to do it. And honestly, like, I don't know. Like, part of me... I'm kind of on this side, I'm on this side about, like, if they CGI'd Chadwick Boseman like they did with, like, Tarkin in Rogue One, or with Jeff Bridges, made him younger in Tron Legacy. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence. I think a lot of people would have got a lot of hate. Like, they would have hated that. But I don't know. But, man, I'm excited. And if this movie is just as good as the first one, Marvels is coming out in 2022, and then when I saw that, I'm like, Marvels, and for some reason I must have just been tired, and it just didn't click. Like, oh my God, it's fucking Captain Marvel 2, and it's Captain Marvel 2. Captain Marvel is one of my all-time favorite female Marvel heroes in the comic book. Like, oh my God, like, I love Captain Marvel in the comics. Going into the first Captain Marvel, I wouldn't say I was super stoked because, you know, she's my favorite Marvel hero in the comics. And, you know, the movie was really good. And I've only seen it once. I bought it on Blu-ray and I haven't gone back and watched it again for a second time because I've been waiting to do a, rewatch of everything. But it's cool how they had the S, like, done, like, for the signify, like, Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, which the costume for Miss Marvel looks fantastic. It looks so comic book accurate. Like, oh my God, like, you could do Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan, comic book accurate, but you can't do fucking Taskmaster? Like, come on! What the F is that garbage? then you have three captains. You have Monica Rambeau, and then you have Carol Danvers, and now you have Kamala Khan, which I'm excited for. Like, because Kamala, if nobody who doesn't read comics, like Kamala Khan, like worships Captain Marvel. Like, she's got posters like all over her room, like how I have all my con pictures with famous people and autographs. Like that's Kamala Khan's room with Captain Marvel, and it's like, oh my god, like I can't wait for it. Okay, so then we've got 2023, which is February 17th, which is Ant-Man Quantumania, and it just feels like who's doing this? The WWE? Are they like naming these titles? The Multiverse of Madness, the Quantumania. And there's a lot of rumors from other podcasters think that the Fantastic Four is going to cameo in this Quantumania. Somehow the Fantastic Four teases it's going to be in this. Like, what is Ant-Man and the Wasp, or Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania like? That's a bit like maybe one of the biggest question marks. Like, what is this movie going to be about? I mean, obviously, it's probably the quantum realm. Is there going to be some X-Men tease? I still feel like the X gene is coming out of the quantum realm, like somehow, because Michelle Pfeiffer's character, she, if you watch, what was it, Ant-Man and the Wasp that was in, when she's talking to Ant-Man, or was it Michael Douglas? I can't remember. I think it was, yeah, with the Ant-Man, she kept talking about how the quantum realm is evolving and mutating. And it's just like, I'm calling it. The X gene's coming out of the quantum realm. I don't know. Like, I'm excited. Like, the first Ant-Man I thought was really good. Ant-Man and the Wasp. The second one was, it was decent, but it wasn't good as the first one, but still enjoyable. Like, so I'm excited. I'm excited for this, especially if there's, like, you know, the Fantastic Four stuff. And the last thing to talk about, another big question mark, back-to-back question mark, is Guardians of the Galaxy, which is coming out May 5th, 2023. And big question marks. Like, what is this going to be about? The only thing that I think I can say about this is Adam Warlock. Adam Warlock is coming into Guardians. And it's kind of weird because if anybody who's a comic book sweaty know, like, Adam Warlock was a big character in Infinity War, and I'm just kind of like, it just feels, I wouldn't say it's a waste opportunity, because there was just so many characters in Infinity War and Endgame, like, you know, but I just feel like maybe he could have fit in Endgame a little bit, maybe Infinity War, but, you know, I really wanted Adam Warlock in Infinity War and Endgame, just kind of to fit in with that storyline. But it's just kind of, I wouldn't say it's a wasted opportunity, but I'm just glad Adam Warlock